Hey, Mike.
Oh, hey, Josh. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, I've been away long enough that you've built these cool new shelves.
Yeah.
And you've got them all set apart in all these different genres, all organized in these different genres. It's really cool.
Oh, no. Did you say genres? Red Smith, we gotta watch the battle of the genres. Well, I had a pot of coffee, and I'm ready to talk about what films we're gonna watch today.
Great. And I thought since we had them organized into their own spots that we could pull one from each genre.
Oh yeah, like action, sci-fi, and horror,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. How about these?
Oh, those look great, although they were all in the same shelf.
Our first film is Future War.
Oh my God, my favorite actor is in it, Daniel Bernhardt.
He is from...
He has a name.
I'm not convinced anymore.
He's from such classic films as... And my favorite. Also, Robert Z'Dar is in this.
Oh.
And we all love Robert Z'Dar.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He's missed.
It came from the future to hunt humans. And then this looks like a Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then there's two cyborg-looking characters. I'm going to guess none of this is in the film.
Good guess.
Or Robert Z'Dar photoshopped onto a Borg costume. Okay, and well, I'm going to start with the special features. Special features, movie.
Oh.
No one is safe in this deadly sci-fi tale of a master race of cyborgs from the future who abduct humans from the past, breeding them as slaves.
Okay.
Apparently no one's safe from punctuation either. Bloodthirsty dinosaurs. Oh my God.
Whoa, okay.
Are trained as trackers, impossible to outrun. But when a human, Daniel Bernhardt,
Natural.
breaks free, a bloody war begins, and the cyborgs are forced to battle against vigilantes, street gangs, and drug lords in a deadly race for the future.
That kind of sounds amazing.
So, this is a winner, I hope.
Oh, wow, look at the fancy disc.
They hired the top graphic artist on this project.
I'm almost just impressed they didn't just Sharpie the name onto the...
Well, maybe someone did. They just spent a really long time doing it.
Did a really good job.
Hold on, man. I got you.
Is that supposed to be a pit? I believe that is supposed to be a pit. They couldn't afford an actual pit.
Oh.
And so they're not showing the pit. They couldn't afford to dig a hole. Yes.
The floppy leg. Carnosaur!
Yay! Oh, you motherfucker!
Well, you know, he's being chased by dinosaurs and robots. He wants a drink. Oh, this poor homeless man.
Who's the dinosaur
It's
guy?
Yoshi from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
It is!
He just wanted a drink and to lie down. And now he's gonna get eaten by a dinosaur.
Oh, it ate his beard!
What's next, Josh?
The Love Butcher. He wants more than your love. He wants success in his field.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
I'm wondering if that fucking tape will even play. It looks like it's been through a nuclear explosion.
Wow.
It's like a post-apocalyptic VHS tape.
It's just a
And someone has written
printed sticker
in marker on the spine.
Oh.
Again, this may be a handwritten label like our last film.
That's impressive.
The VHS tape will start like turning into dust the second we hit play.
So we tried to watch The Love Butcher.
But it butchered our VCR.
You see this right here? Look in there. You see that? That's the fucking Love Butcher. We can't even get it out of the fucking VCR.
Talk about overstaying its welcome.
So instead, we're going to watch The Jar. It blows the lid off terror.
It certainly blows. What is that? Is that a jar full of cum?
Look, there's a little guy. Little guy in there.
Oh yeah, there's a little goblin in there. It's classified as horror. It's rated R.
Oh yeah, hey, yep.
Well, things are good so far.
Let me tell you about The Jar.
All right.
Okay.
You tell me.
Okay.
Rhymed 3 times in a row.
We did?
Yeah. That's really great.
It's rated R. Good so far.
Let me tell you about The Jar. I feel like a regular Nipsey Russell.
All right.
All right, Paul, once an easygoing guy, has just experienced the shock of his life. And now he's gone absolutely crazy.
Oh my God.
He's just come face to face. Ooh, excuse me, that one's tough. Let me do that again.
He just came on a face? What?
Looming? He's just come face to gruesome face with a repulsive embryonic creature he discovered in a jar. And it sure looks like it's out to get him.
Oh no.
He can't get hold of himself, and those bizarre nightmares are really getting on his nerves. He's not even paying attention to his beautiful neighbor Crystal, and that's not normal. It's that thing in the jar that's to blame, but for some reason he just can't seem to get rid of it.
Crystal or the thing in the jar?
I don't know. It's already made his life miserable, and now it wants to kill him. Boy, does Paul have a monster of a problem. Wow, it actually says that.
Well, Crystal has a monster of a problem.
Right?
His name is Paul.
It's Joji Tabuchi.
I consume the lifeless moments of shadows, the flickering seconds of memories. I stand on the edge of darkness. I am the night.
This is someone's college film school film.
Music composed and performed by Obscure Size.
Obscure what?
Size. Like,
Oh, Size.
Yeah.
S-I-Z.
no, Size. Like Obscure Size. As opposed to those common size that we all know about.
I've never heard of Obscure Size. They must be very, very forgettable.
Score by Tangerine Dream.
Nice. Whoa. Those are definitely...
Severed hand is driving a car.
Is that a monkey?
Oh, look at that! And they light up the
The
face.
little light come in. Let's see.
Yeah. That's clever.
Where's the light coming from? What came on suddenly?
Oh,
radio.
His crotch turned on.
His glowing green crotch.
Oh, we're done.
That's that scene.
Oh, I think Jack's right.
They might be.
Poetry over black to start. That's check number 1.
What's our next film? White Fang, starring Robert Ginty.
Oh, Robert Ginty.
This is the strangest adaptation of a Jack London novel I've ever seen. I don't remember a chainsaw in White... Oh, sorry. White Fire.
Oh.
Extermination is the reward for the world's richest prize? Does that make any sense?
Well, here's where it makes sense. You remember how that guy was the exterminator?
Yes.
You remember? Are you sure?
Oh, it's a callback to that?
And then the rest of it's just words.
Extermination is the reward for the world's richest prize. Did I just have a stroke, or does that say that?
It's what it says. Extermination is the reward for the world's richest prize, which means that the world's richest prize is going to be exterminated. That's how I read that.
Okay. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's fucking...
White fire, 91 minutes.
Oh my God.
Has the most important information.
It's very important.
The legendary 200-carat white fire diamond is so brilliant that it burns at the touch.
No.
Well, it's also the target of smugglers and thieves the world over.
That makes sense.
Yes. Not if you have to have gloves, though.
Well, sure.
If you want to touch it.
Yeah.
The elusive gem has been uncovered in Istanbul, and adventurer Bo Donnelly and his sister conspire to make this heist their grand exit from a highly successful career in international diamond smuggling.
Sure. Because, yeah, if you have a diamond that literally burns to the touch, you wrapped it up.
You got to retire after that. And who doesn't have a successful career in international diamond smuggling? I'm an international diamond smuggler, but you know, I'm living day to day, and just, you know, trying to pay the rent.
Diamond smuggling is more of a hobby for you?
It's more of a hobby.
Yeah.
I work at a gas station, you know, during the day.
I always wanted to turn it into a career, but I just didn't know how to take it up the next level.
I just smuggle very small diamonds. Very small diamonds. They're easier to smuggle. Do you think Robert Ginty will actually stab anyone with this chainsaw?
A person?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I think he might take apart some property.
Do you think there will even be a diamond in this movie? It'll be about a cyborg or something. So all these cut boxes lie to us. But when they get the world's richest prize, we know that their reward will be extermination. And so will our reward be... Sorry.
It's our job to wait here. We hold sticks. We wait here.
Can I have gun?
No, stick.
No, you stick.
But like we make sure no one gets away. I think with guns.
You need to
work.
give it to get ahead in
No.
We use sticks.
With the stick gang.
Yeah, it's good.
But what if they have guns?
Then we stick them.
Then you throw your stick.
Start cutting people with...
Do something.
They were raising the tension.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm feeling good about this. Oh, harpoon.
Okay.
Wins. Beautiful.
That guy had nothing to do with anything. He was just hanging around.
No.
Jesus Christ. So we're the blue team, and you guys are the green team.
Apparently, yeah.
And are we ready to talk about
Who's
these
rooting
future
for
films?
what?
Well,
We're just gonna get assigned points.
Can we all just root for death? Can we all be on the same team?
I think we all are.
Okay.
But yeah, well, eventually one of us will have to lead this in. I think Jay, you should take the reins on this episode. Unless Rich, you want to. You never really done.
Just go ahead.
We always ask Rich, and then Rich goes, it sucks.
I've done it.
Rich, you're hosting.
All right, fine. Well, the first film we watched was this film called Future War. Jay, would you please tell everybody about Future War?
Future War is the Terminator with more cardboard boxes.
Well, you gotta start with the credits because they really push the whole Terminator thing. The font is the same-ish, and the way the title kind of scrolls across. I mean, it's a cheaper version of the Terminator credits.
Yeah, you're talking about the main title.
The main title.
I remember the credits being intercut with the opening sequence.
Yeah, where all the action was happening off camera, apparently.
Did you hear that door sound effect?
I have that sound.
What? Yeah, but the door didn't open.
Some things happening elsewhere.
Somebody used the door.
It's that door sound effect, and we all have it. This is it, and it's in the film.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's his name? Daniel Bernhardt is a human in the future, and he's a slave to androids that fly around a spaceship. But when humans escaped them, because they're their slaves, when they escaped, then they would send the cyborgs, which is Robert Zadar and what's his name?
Mullet Man.
Yeah, Mullet Man. And the cyborgs had trained dinosaurs.
They're the trackers.
To track the escaped humans.
They had kidnapped dinosaurs from the past, taken them to the future, and trained them to be hunters.
So they could then take them to the past to track.
To the less
But
past.
not as far past as the dinosaur era. Yeah.
Mostly they're the size of dogs and they're adorable.
Oh, man.
You didn't know the call.
Oh! He didn't even look before he...
Whatever's there, he's gonna shoot.
Well, there were some big ones, right?
Well, big in the sense that they were closer to the lens.
Well, regardless of the terrible plot, the stupid idea, it was an amazingly bad movie.
Yeah, this is a very, very special movie. So our guy, Action Man, at first he's like a dummy.
There's something wrong with your throat. Yeah, you can understand us, but you can't talk, right? Is that it? Is that it? When I nod my head like this, I mean yes. Is that it? Yes? And when I shake my head no, I mean no. Right?
I think he didn't know our language at first. He had to learn our language.
Yeah. And the actor didn't know our language either.
Yeah. Well, at first we thought he was just so terrible that they decided he was mute.
Yeah.
You know, how is it you know English today when you didn't know English yesterday? It was hard for me to understand him. For all the problems I had, maybe I just didn't want to be a part of his.
The first big dialogue scene with him, they fade the audio out, and the female character, they just bring in voiceover of her explaining what he's talking about, so we don't have to see him act.
And who are you?
A tool.
She narrates what he's saying.
Dummy crawls out of the surf, and then there's clearly somebody chasing him, and then you find out that the guy who's chasing him has a dinosaur on a leash. And then they wander into an industrial area to the cardboard box factory.
Oh no, an empty cardboard box.
This is like what children do.
Yeah.
Like,
There's kids inside one of the boxes playing like Fort.
right.
Oh, now we're inside.
Oh!
This is what we got for our Terminator ripoff, a bunch of boxes.
Oh, but look, they built little gaps into it.
So yeah,
Whoa!
clever.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, he's moving. Look at how easily he's moving those cardboard boxes.
He's so strong.
This one we learned this movie has set Lexia. Yeah. Because there's outside with boxes, and then with no transition, suddenly they're inside with boxes, and then suddenly there's plastic everywhere, and everything is now cold for some reason, and I'm not sure whether or not the plastic is supposed to be ice. I'm not convinced.
Empty
Are they
cardboard
supposed to
boxes.
be? Yeah, they're supposed to be.
Oh, look at that.
Oh no! Oh, look at how easily.
I hope the whole movie is in this cardboard box maze.
And then remember when Dummy kicks the cyborg into the pile of cardboard boxes, and then there's all the glass crashing and all the.
You're not fooling me, movie.
It wasn't until the dinosaurs attacked the house that it became brilliant.
You mean when they attacked the dollhouse, right? Yeah.
But really, this does kind of bring around what we felt the overall movie was a child's fight scenario shot on a $17 budget.
That's not even a real camera.
That's what we said. That is a cardboard box.
It's not a cardboard box, it's like an old leather case from a thrift store that they just stuck a lens on the end of.
Oh, there's the adorable junior cop, Sergeant.
Oh yeah.
Sergeant
with his
Youngfellow?
police cap.
Yes, he's got a.
He's sitting in front of a world map, wearing his police cap, and talking on Mom's kitchen phone.
It's amazing how this looks like a child made it.
Yeah.
It's little Timmy. He's making his own Terminator.
Yeah.
Only
What
this
Terminator
one's got
needed?
dinosaurs.
It needed dinosaurs.
Yay!
Put some dinosaurs in the movie.
I like T-Rex. Let's put a T-Rex in the movie.
Was the movie made around the fact that they had a couple of robotic dinosaurs?
Which came first, the concept or the dinosaur puppets? There's a couple dinosaurs. Once they get killed, we discover that they explode.
There's one escaped slave, there are 2 cyborgs, and there are like 7 or 8 dinosaurs throughout the movie. So that's really where the focus goes to.
Yeah. The intention of the dinosaurs is that they're trained to hunt down the escaped slaves. But for some reason, there's a wonderful montage sequence where they're attacking random people. And then there are people in a house or a room that are trying to barricade their door with empty boxes.
Yes.
Shit!
Oh my God.
There's something waving a flashlight around. What is that supposed to be doing?
They kill Forrest J. Ackerman in the park.
He's just strolling along reading his magazine, as he often would back in the day, and oh my goodness, a dinosaur. But I think it was around this point that Robert Z'Dar finally showed up.
Oh yes, yeah. We were starting to wonder. It's like an hour into the movie, and we're like, "Where's Robert Z'Dar?"
A solid hour into an 85-minute movie.
Starring Robert Z'Dar.
Yeah, he's not there yet, and he finally wanders in, and he's got basically he's got this outfit pretty much.
Yeah. He's one of the robot
he's the other
assassins.
cyborg.
The weirdest part, though, is we see Robert Z'Dar in maybe 3 shots of his first scene, and the rest is clearly a body double.
This is the saddest little set.
Wait, are you kidding? This is the best fucking police station.
Couch. It's like someone's
It's the best police station I've seen since Don Doler.
They had Robert Z'Dar for an afternoon, and they just filmed his close-ups.
Yeah.
And all these are like body doubles.
Oh God, Robert Z'Dar is dead.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh no!
We saw his face for 4 seconds. How much does it cost to hire Robert Z'Dar for 4 minutes?
So the former prostitute and drug dealer, who turned into a nun, decides to go back to her old friends, the 2nd Street Gang? The 12th Street Gang. Because she needs help fighting a T-Rex.
Yes. And who better to help you fight a T-Rex than some low-level thugs?
I need your help.
For what?
Monsters in the Hood.
And cut.
Done. Scene's over.
And instead of doing things that a gang would do to defeat a T-Rex, they string up a big pole attached to fishing wire that stabs a miniature T-Rex in the face.
And that proved really frustrating because throughout the movie we've seen that these dinosaurs are really susceptible to guns. It's real easy to just take them out with
punches.
Well,
yeah,
that's the weird thing about the second half of the movie is that it becomes about we need to kill these dinosaurs, and the entire like threat of cyborgs is gone. But we've already seen him kill like 5 dinosaurs. Why is this a threat?
And there's nothing to stop them from bringing in more dinosaurs from the future. You're really gonna want to save some of that.
For the jar?
Yeah.
For the jar.
Yeah.
You're right, yeah. I'll save some of this precious booze.
Take it easy.
By the grace of the Holy Spirit, do you want to spend your whole life in the service of God's people?
Yes, I will.
Church up.
We thought Robert Zadar was only going to show up for that one scene because he shows up and there's like 3 close-ups of him and that's it for the entire sequence, and then he gets killed. He's just random cyborg man.
Yeah, we almost thought it was from a different movie that they just
that was
pasted
our
in.
theory after that scene, was that they just had unused footage of him, Bela Lugosi style in Plan 9, and they just put it into this. But then he does show back up.
Mm-hmm. At the very end.
So does his body double.
Yes.
Such an exciting fight. Just keep kicking him in the face over and over and over again.
That's that one guy's. That's his move. That's all.
It always works.
I think it blows his head out.
Yeah. Oh, this better be good. Oh, Jesus.
Oh! All right.
Guy on fire.
All right.
In a church.
It sounds like we're all like defeated by Future War.
No, Future War was the most one of the most entertaining movies we've ever watched.
It's almost impossible to discuss it because it's so nonsensical.
You need to experience it.
You need to experience it. Yeah, you can't describe the plot. You can't describe all the little moments that happen in it, how they all fit together or don't fit together. It's an amazing film.
Yes.
Yeah, it's ambitious and it's adorable, and they tried their asses off.
Yeah. And failed horribly.
Oh, yeah.
To our benefit.
Yeah.
It's amazing grown-ups made this movie.
Look at him run!
They're not even trying with the forced perspective anymore.
Jurassic Park stole the scene.
Yeah. Must go faster. Must go faster.
What?
Oh.
Who closed the fence? What happened? All right, I just want to stress, I mean, we really loved Future War. A great film. Just after watching Future War, just something sucked all of the life out of us.
Oh, what was that?
The second movie we watched was The Jar. Mike, would you tell us about The Jar? Because fuck you.
Wow.
Wow, okay. Well, wow. That's fair. That's fair. The Jar. It blows. The lid off terror.
No, you didn't need to continue.
No, okay. Well, this is...
I like that did you do this on purpose? You moved the giant thing of booze to where the jar was?
That's important.
It blows the lid off terror. This cover, I guess, tries to make it look like a Hobgoblins,
it looks like
Ghoulies, the stuff.
The stuff with a monster.
Yeah, this is a misleading cover, to say the least.
Yes, yes.
The cover drew us in.
You know another movie we watched with a misleading cover? The Item. Yeah. Also made it look like a monster movie.
There are some similarities.
Okay, you know what other movie we watched with a misleading cover? Future War.
That's true.
That's true.
You never know.
2 of those 3 people are not even in the movie.
While there is a little creature in a jar, you don't really see it too much.
It never seems to get out of the jar.
And essentially, it's a 90-minute long experimental college film.
Yes.
Where you can't tell what's real, what's not. It's a Jodorowsky movie, kind of.
No, that's an insult to Jodorowsky.
I hate El Topo, and this reminded me of it a little, especially when he's in the desert.
I think you have to admit that El Topo is better than The Jar. It's abstract, but you know that there are ideas behind it. The Jar, there are no ideas behind it.
This is some jackass filming a bunch of random abstract shit, and then I'm sure he went around saying, you bring your own interpretation to it, after he showed it to people.
Maybe.
Why is my tub full of soup?
Well, we should point out, like, I think you guys, even if it was a good, like, abstract experimental movie, you guys aren't into that kind of thing. I am to a certain extent. You are, and this is just a failed attempt at that. Like, this doesn't work as an experimental. It's not like it's bad because it's experimental. It's bad experimental.
Yeah, Team Green likes artsy movies. Team Green says this sucks balls.
Yes, I like minimalist abstract horror films, and this fails so hard.
Team Blue likes our clear, cohesive narratives.
Solid story structure.
Sometimes you watch a 5-minute long college short where you have all the cliches of visuals and stuff that look artistic. Yeah. And this is 2 hours of it, and boy oh boy, this one is maybe one of the worst things on the show.
It's one of the worst things we've ever watched.
My imagination's getting carried away.
Oh no. Oh, no.
It really is one of the worst things we've ever watched.
We can boil the plot down real quick, is that a guy gets in a car crash with another guy and somehow manages...
An older man.
Yes, and manages to inherit a jar from him, even though he refers to it as a bottle. And the old man disappears from out of his house.
Now this is our interpretation, because the first 20 minutes of the movie are basically pitch black.
The car accident is a little vague,
That's
but he does.
vague.
It's clear what's happening. Old man is injured. Take me to my house. Don't forget my jar.
Yeah.
Which is in a brown paper bag. And then he opens it up, and then all hell.
Well,
breaks
and
loose.
we are to assume that what he opens is the jar, because we don't see it. He has a paper bag. He opens it up, and then we just cut to the little monster thing inside, and we're like, the only reason we know that that's the monster in the jar is because we've read the back of the box.
Yeah. But the point was that was a jar with a little monster in it, and that was symbolic of something.
Yeah, and then the monster makes him lose his mind, see weird things, and the majority of the movie is, we always talk about like the cliche of it was all just a dream. This is all 90 minutes of it was just a dream.
Fuck off.
But yeah, he during the process of being this guy, he breaks the jar a couple times.
Damn you! I'm not gonna let you keep haunting me! I'm not gonna let you tear me apart! Get out! Get!
Oh, we got it again.
One more time? One more time?
Gotta be 3.
I want to see it one more time.
No?
No, it's too weird to do it exactly 3 times. They'll do it just twice because it's weird enough.
And then he goes into Vietnam.
He met Jesus first, Jay.
Oh, that's right. There's Jesus imagery.
Yeah. Oh, God. After he breaks the jar the second time.
Because that totally worked last time.
Show twice?
Yeah! Maybe they'll show it.
No, still just twice.
Still just twice.
Still
Okay.
just twice.
And then there are some monks dragging some crosses around, and he's following them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging on a cross ain't so bad right now.
Can we make a movie where somebody's trying to escape from a college art movie?
They become self-aware in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Who the hell are you?
Oh my God.
What?
Oh!
We're doing this now?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Fucking kidding me.
Oh, shit.
They went there.
What it felt like, and it may or may not have been, it was just like what we were thinking, like stolen ideas from like Eraserhead and Maniac.
Brain Damage.
Brain Damage.
The great Frank Henenlotter film.
Jacob's
Absolutely.
Ladder?
Yeah.
Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah.
There's elements of that.
Any of
what's
those
an
movies.
occurrence at Owl Creek? Is that what it's
I
called?
think it's called An Occurrence at Owl Creek
that.
Bridge. Yeah. I think that's the name. It's
Yeah.
it's a
the
short film
that was made that they put as a Twilight Zone episode.
It's a Civil War soldier being hung off a bridge.
Oh, an incident in Owl Creek.
Incident Owl Creek, yeah. And during the 2 seconds of him being dropped from the noose, he imagines himself escaping and all this events occurring. Yeah, and that spawned Jacob's ladder.
Right.
And Jacob's ladder spawned the jar.
Except it didn't, because this happened.
Well, this was before.
This
Jacob's
happened before
Ladder.
the jar.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna make a joke
You wanna?
that this film is piss. It's Jacob's bladder.
Do you still feel good about that one?
No, I don't. You know.
You know what? Just leave that in.
Leave it in.
Us explaining what you were going to say. You explaining what you were going to do as a joke.
It's a convoluted mess, but
Just like this movie?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
See, and it all comes back around.
If you watch this movie, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Rich, that was really good.
Thank you, thank you.
You're starting to learn how to make good puns.
It's a Team Blue thing.
I think it's a team
We
blue
get a
thing.
point.
We can't
we
understand.
Get a point. Bing.
Team Blue forever. Team Green sucks, right, Rich?
Yeah. Boo green, boo green.
Little kid letting go of a balloon. Check.
There's nothing funny bad in this.
No.
And there's nothing interesting.
No. No. No.
I think I was more excited when I thought that the Vietnam scene was going to lead somewhere else.
But it didn't.
And
have
then the scene happens and it just.
yeah.
None of the arty-farty bullshit led to anything.
Right, right.
Okay.
When the bathtub filled up with tomato juice and a little boy came out,
that was a cool visual.
There's some cool visuals. If I were to say any positives, a couple of cool visuals with some neat lighting.
Yeah.
And that amounts to maybe 1% of the movie. And the rest of it is shit.
I would say the music too. There's a couple cool bits of music by Obscure Size.
Obscure Size.
Whoever they are, but it's used very sparingly, and most of it's just like atmospheric stuff. But the couple bits where they get to do a real piece of music is good.
I hope that Obscure Size is going strong today.
Gary Wallace, who plays Paul,
Yes.
the lead in this film, did post on IMDb
In 2008.
in 2008 that he's still around and everyone should check out The Jar.
He's trying to do the, I'm going to capitalize on the fact that I was in one of the worst movies ever made. The problem is, this is no Troll 2. Nobody cares about The Jar. It's not funny bad.
Fuck the jar. All right. Fuck the jar.
Yep, that's the end, right?
Uh-huh.
What did he look at? Where did he see?
The jar or something.
Or something. Who knows?
I did
Who cares?
But early on, the reflection of the lady is the elderly man.
Oh my! Oh jeez! Oh god!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Usually we save that for the end.
I couldn't help it.
I understand. Believe me.
Our final movie of the night is called White Fire. Josh, take us away.
Okay.
Take us away from the jar.
White Fire is a 91-minute treatise on incest couched in a heist movie.
Starring
Rich?
Robert Ginty.
Yeah, it stars Robert Ginty as a man who would really like to fuck his sister and also steals diamonds, I guess. But
There might be other elements to this movie, but the most important one is that Robert Ginty really wants to fuck his sister.
Yeah. It's so disturbing because everything we got from the front and from the description on the back is just like, it's going to be a heist movie. There's all sorts of characters and they're all looking after this one diamond. They really want to get it. And it's literally... So they start off with this flashback to when Robert Ginty and his sister are kids and they're running from military fellows who shoot them.
Was that ever explained either?
No. And then Sam comes along and rescues them. He's like, I don't know, kid. Your mom and papa dead. Come with me.
There's nothing we can do for her. Let's go.
Is he just randomly on the beach at that particular time?
Yeah.
Because that's a lifelong commitment to make on just a whim.
Sam is just that kind of guy.
Okay.
He's just that kind of guy who's willing to take two children, turn them into international diamond heist people, and make a lot of money from that.
Okay.
So flash forward 20 years to Istanbul.
Yes.
Robert Ginty has grown a terrible mustache. and is totally stealing diamonds with his sister somehow. She's working on the inside of the Istanbul diamond
She works on
trade.
Battlestar Galactica.
She does.
So was this originally the set for a alien movie?
Yeah.
Now, is this supposed to be in the future? Like,
I don't think so. I think this is just the set they have for some reason.
It's so odd because it's not supposed to be a futuristic movie at all, as far as we could tll. But there are all these weird futuristic elements just dropped into it.
Yeah.
the weird scanning device.
Yep, you're a person.
And don't forget the other guy that gets caught stealing diamonds and then gets tortured to death by young George Lucas.
Turkish George Lucas.
Turkish George Lucas, who directed Turkish Star Wars.
Yes.
There's young George Lucas and old Turkish George Lucas. There are two George
There's
Lucases.
two George
and
Lucas.
White Fire.
Are there two George
Yeah.
Lucases?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's a country that's full of George Lucases, and I never want to go to there.
And Mario.
Everybody's Mario in this movie. Everybody has the same mustache.
Well, at some point, they ended up on a boat.
And then the sister gets offered up to the guy.
I forgot. Barbossa wishes to entertain your sister for a few days until I am satisfied that our relationship has been agreed by all concerned.
Robert Ginty says, I'll be back. I'm going now. You can have my sister. And then he comes through the other door.
Ginty can also teleport.
You wanted to put that in my sister? That's my job. That's what Robert Ginty says. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right.
Hey, listen, what are you doing down here? Trying to attract the entire Navy?
Well, it's about time somebody attracted something around
Be
here.
too hard looking like that.
Oh, inappropriate.
Certainly don't look like anybody's kid sister anymore, do you?
Stop it!
That's so weird.
Ginty.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, don't look at her like
Please
that.
do not look at her like that. That's so fucked up.
No, it's a pity you're my sister.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
Oh, God!
You can't say that, Ginty.
Shit got creepy.
It's a weird, it's not an Oedipus complex. It's a sister-puss complex. I really don't
He's
even
got a
know.
complex with his sister's puss.
I'm sorry.
And he was like, I wish you weren't my sister.
And then you got to say it the right way. He says, "It's a shame you're my sister."
Yeah. It's the mustache makes it even creepier.
Just desperate to fuck his sister.
Yeah. He wants to give her the Ginty.
Yeah.
He wants to lick her blood diamond.
She gets out and she showers to get all the chlorine off, and then she just goes back in the pool.
Later, yeah.
She's trying to wash away the dirty thoughts she has of her brother.
Who's there? Bo? Bo?
What?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jesus.
That was completely necessary.
Then the bad guys show up, and they fucking blow a blow dart in her skull, and she dies.
Well, no, they actually blow a golf tee into her forehead.
Oh, yeah.
It went into her forehead.
But so the bad guys
Oh, they
show
also
up.
killed the dog.
They kill the dog, they kill the mom, and they kill the sister.
Oh my God, we're on track for Ginty being the only lead in this movie.
God damn it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was gonna fuck her!
Sure, I'm glad I told her I was attracted to her before she died.
The last thing that she experienced was her brother hitting on her.
Whoa.
Remember
She just looked right at the camera.
Remember those fun times when they were running for their lives?
Remember when we were scared and alone?
Is he gonna flash back to when he was ogling her and then nude?
All the time she was nude and he saw her.
And Robert Ginty cries a lot.
Is he thinking?
Should we play a game? The what emotion is Robert Ginty expressing game?
Yeah.
Yes. What's Ginty feeling?
The correct answer is sadness.
Really? Really? Are you sure? He goes to a bar and there's a lady sitting next to him for some reason.
Who looks just like his sister.
Pretty close. It's very close. She's very close.
It looks just like
Looks
her.
like a sister.
Uh-oh, is this an out-of-order scene?
During that scene where he's waking back up from his hangover/head injury, Sam is there and he's like, she could replace your sister. And it's just like, Ginty, along with all of us, were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why does she need to be replaced? I don't even understand.
Well, first he offers her $50,000. He's like, you want to earn $50,000? And she says, who do I have to fuck?
Would you be interested in making $50,000?
Yeah, I'd be interested in making $50,000. Who do I have to lay?
So seriously, who am I fucking?
For 50, it's either one is fine.
That's good.
Actually, I kind of prefer the old guy. He seems like he might give a little more effort. No offense, Ginty. You don't look like a giver.
This prostitute, and that's where it becomes clear that she is a prostitute.
Yes.
Yeah. Because she could have been in the bar, she could have been just some lady that wanted to have sex with Robert Ginty, which I'll grant you is not believable, but it's a movie. It's a movie. But so it's established that she's a prostitute and she can probably just go ahead and drop out of whatever life she's having for $50,000 to act like his sister and then eventually get plastic surgery to look exactly like his sister.
Is this a prequel to Face Off? I want to John Woo my sister.
Mike, you're punishing me.
God damn it.
No. What the fuck is that? Oh, he passed out again. Oh, see, they're doing a thing.
That was the sister.
That's the sister.
That's the new actor.
Sees her as the sister.
Yeah. Which one's which?
But they hire this prostitute that looks kind of like a sister to take the place of the sister, and they give her plastic surgery to look like the sister, supposedly so she can infiltrate.
Yes.
But it's more because Robert Ginty wants to fuck his sister.
Exactly. During the time...
No, Roberts and Ginty want to infiltrate his sister. You got to use the right pronouns.
I'm sorry.
That's not even right. You got to use the right verbs.
Where do we go from here? Follow.
This is creepy.
Yeah, you don't bring in the love ballad when...
Well, they also played the love ballad when she died.
Yeah, that's true. They don't know how to use music.
No.
Listen, you sure you want to go through with this?
I heard he had the plastic surgery. I fucking better.
We're there, man.
We're that fucking plastic surgery to look like your goddamn sister. What the fuck do you think?
Somewhere during this whole situation, I think it was before, it was before the sister dies, this random guy wanders into a cave, and in the cave is this giant diamond.
White fire, white fire.
At first we thought he was saying Wi-Fi.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I was pretty sure a lot of people were saying Wi-Fi throughout this movie, but it was shot in like the 80s or something. They didn't have Wi-Fi back then.
They didn't?
No.
Well, that's why everyone was so upset.
So he knows where the white fire is in a cave.
But he doesn't know how to get it out.
Right.
For whatever.
And he hangs around for months, killing whoever happens to come close to it.
Yeah. But just to demonstrate how serious he is, there's another employee of the Diamond Consulate Space Mutiny area who wanders into the same cave and sees the white fire, and then he gets killed for wandering by.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
There's a whole lot of it left.
I know. I know.
There's a whole lot of it left.
It's the side of your face.
I'll try it. I'll try it. It's really good.
Oh no!
Oh, what are you doing?
Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
Oh boy.
You got my shirt covered with alcohol. Thank you. Thank you.
We didn't even introduce Fred Williamson into this thing yet.
Who cares? Who cares?
There's a Sophia, the Italian lady that's also trying to get Whitefire, has a henchman who is the one who fires the golf tee into the sister's head, and apparently he witnessed something somewhere that she wants to know, and he didn't actually witness it, and he doesn't have any fucking idea what she's talking about. Oh my god. She doesn't. Is it still good? Is it still happening?
That's good. It's keep talking.
All right. So, he doesn't have any idea what she's talking about. But
I got my car.
Oh, Mike's leaving right now. I guess.
I got my car keys right here, Rich, and I'll show you which one it is to start my car. Is this one? No, I know. It's this one.
No.
Is this one?
No.
It's this one?
No.
It's this one?
No.
It's one of these to start my car.
It's not that one.
We may have to try them all.
Is there a big one?
We may have to try them all, but one of them will start my car.
Mike, is there one with like a big, see the big thing?
I think it's this
one.
one.
No, the big, yeah.
It's that one.
It's a strange looking key, Rich, but my car is kind of strange.
Hey, wait. Which one?
This is the key to start my car. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Where does my flask go? Anyway, back to Whitefire.
Mike's cut off, everybody.
What happened at the mine?
All right, so Sophia wants to know something that she thinks the henchman knows. So she gets all the other henchmen to grab him and put him up on the bandsaw where he's just doing some carpentry. You know, he's making a picture frame or something. I don't know. And then she's like, tell me. I want to know what, tell me. And he doesn't know, so he can't tell her. So she goes ahead and has the other henchman just like drag him along.
Fuck off!
And then it just cuts right.
Fuck off!
Right
I got him.
Crotch. And this one poor guy just has all sorts of just hot blood just all over his face. And it's just like, if you don't necessarily walk into your job, even if you're like a henchman, you don't walk into your job thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get some guy's blood all over my face and it's gonna come right from his cock. That doesn't happen every day. I'd like to think that doesn't happen every day. I guess, I chose a non-life of crime, and that's exactly why I did. So I didn't get somebody's cock blood all over my face.
Right.
The whole movie is essentially the director's safe incest fantasy.
Yeah.
Which nothing really gets heisted and nothing really happens.
And it turns out to be
Let's film some more scenes with the sister.
I love you.
Gross!
Creepy.
Seriously fucking gross.
Oh my
God.
No, Kimchi.
Just don't do that.
That's the sister.
That's the sister.
That's
basically
that's the actors. That's yeah. God.
Hopefully, is he gonna feel bad now? Like,
I don't think that's gonna come into
no.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Oh, come on!
Feel bad.
This is fucking creepy.
I fucking told you this was the theme, and nobody believed me.
Stare at her tits, Ginty.
Take your clothes off and get back in the pool. I like it when you're wet.
Were you doing like an impression, or was that something you said before?
No, it was an impression of the director, not myself.
Oh. I couldn't keep it straight.
Please, just listen to me. Sam, go, come on. Now go. Sam, ain't gonna do us any good anymore.
This is an outtake. In the scene,
he is toasted.
He is fucking drunk.
Jay, what movie is the best of the worst?
Yeah, I guess we don't. This was a Battle of the Genres episode, but it doesn't even matter because there's no contest. Future Wars, best of the worst. I don't know if we praised it enough. It's one of the best things, one of the most entertaining things we've watched. on Best of the Worst. The Jar is probably one of the least entertaining we've watched, and White Fire is kind of crappy and dull.
I feel pretty much the same, and I think we could go ahead and judge it as Battle of the Genres. Like, there's no fucking horror in The Jar.
Right.
Absolutely 0%.
There's no action in White Fire.
There's a little action. There's some, you know, some fights and then the bandsaws and the crotch blood.
That's
you know.
true. That's true.
It didn't completely fail on that, but this is definitely a sci-fi movie.
Yes.
Absolutely a sci-fi movie with the dinosaurs and the cyborgs in the future.
Well, I think, yeah, we're all going to be on the same page here. Future War? Yeah. Future War is the best thing we've seen in a long time.
It's one of the best, yeah.
And it definitely is up there with the greats of the B movies, and have yet to be discovered.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. This was just a random pick. It was just something we had on the shelf.
Yeah.
We found out later that they did a Mystery Science Theater episode on it. We did not know that at the time.
Yeah, it was
had
just
no memory of that
completely
episode.
random.
Yeah.
But Rich, you always say that a good B movie just keeps like finding new ways to be funny, and this one does.
Yeah.
I don't want to be repetitive here. Crap. Some funny moments. Done. But White Fire is a great name for an 80s hair metal band. Sure. Even the logo.
I don't even know that I would say that this is strange as much as this is just very poorly disguised fetish porn. This is incest fetish. This is what the director's into. All right. The Jar, ass. Pure ass. Hands down, Future War, echoing everything everybody else said. You got the barn sets, and then you go into the charmingly bad acting, the goofy narration. There's like very few dull moments in that movie.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty much universal on the Jar as the just destruction. I think we need to pickle the Jar.
But you don't pickle the Jar. Hello, I'm Scientist Man, and in today's experiment we have a jar, the jar, and a jar of acetone. What is acetone, you ask? Let me answer that question. Acetone, systematically named propanone, is the organic compound with the formula C something CH312. Is a colorless, volatile, flammable liquid. Acetone is miscible with water and serves as an important solvent in its own right, typically for cleaning purposes in a laboratory, mainly used as a solvent in production of methacrylate and bisphenol A. It is a solvent produced a common building block in organic chemistry for familiar household uses of acetone as the ingredients in nail polish. Acetone is a good solvent for many plastics and some synthetic fibrins. Let's begin the experiment. Next, we'll take our acetone. Remember, always wear safety goggles and rubbly gloves. I'm now going to put the acetone in the jar with the jar. Oh geez, I spilled it all over the table. Remember to pour it carefully as it's currently eating away my glove. I just splashed it all over my crotch. God, it fucking stinks. That seems to be enough acetone. I will now place the lid on the jar. Oh, fuck me. It's a good thing this isn't highly flammable. Nothing but a fraud. I'm gonna go wash off my crotch. It's getting all over my shoes. It's fucking, I shouldn't have dropped out of scientist school. Oh, there's burning in my eyes. I think I got some in there. Oh, fuck.
I consume the lifeless moments of shadows. I consume the lifeless moments of shadows. The flickering seconds of memories. I stand on the edge of darkness. I am the night. Black, dark, cold, silent. I see that what I see is me.